Sup everyone, welcome back to the channel. Since the Season 3 patch is coming out tomorrow, I want to look back on Season 2, rearrange the characters from best to worst in the meta, and give you some of my wish list for Season 3. I've never actually done a character tier list before, so this should be fun. Enjoy. Alright, a Season 2 tier list. This is going to be interesting because I've never done a tier list before, so we're going to see where my opinion shapes up on the last day of Season 2. I guess we're going to go through the order of how the characters are displayed right here. Obviously not Elena because she's not in during Season 2. So we'll start with Ryu. I believe a solid A tier actually, considering there have been a lot of Ryu players up on the rise like Blaz and then Walker. Been playing Ryu here and there, but mostly Ryu now, showcasing that you could play a pretty fundamental well character and showcase how strong he can be and plays well with him. I'd say the biggest downfall Ryu has is he doesn't have gimmicks like that. He doesn't have anything too explosive. The biggest thing I think of is Donkey Kick, but even then that's not explosive as these other characters that are probably better than him. Next one we'll go with Luke, and he actually is probably the weakest shoulder right now, so I'd probably give him the B slot. The damage nerfs hit him pretty hard. They buffed this damage slightly on the medium knuckle since the last patch, but in contention with the other shotos, like why pick Luke when you could pick these other shows that do a ton more damage, better drive rushes like a drive rush jab from Ken, and just other sorts of better fireball, can fireball drive rush unlike Luke who can't do that. So I put him in a solid B slot. Chun-Li definitely fell down ever since the last patch. I believe they nerfed her walk speed, her back walk speed. Still can, any of these characters really could do well as showcased for someone like Goichi with Chun-Li, made top 8 at Common Breaker. But in terms of playing these other characters over her, she has a fireball drive rush, so she is kind of playing Street Fighter 6. But her fireball drive rush is one of the easier ones, the perfect parry, and then checking her drive rush afterwards. Like a lot of other characters who can do that, you're unable to check their drive rush really. But hers you can do more so than other characters. Great normals, solid level 2 I'd say, that connects to a full combo afterwards. The walk speed is probably the biggest hindrance I say for her. Yeah, so I think I put her in the B slot for now. I may move some characters around too, so as I put more and more characters on the screen, I'd be like, oh, maybe this character is better over the other, or this character is actually better than I thought, so maybe I'll raise them up in the tier list or lower them tier list. We'll see. So Jamie, definitely on the lower scale of things, I'm putting in this C tier. You know, when he does get his 4 drinks in and he does some decent damage, has all his special moves, has a better jab, level 3 that combos into, what is that, 110% scaling when it's no scaling, 105%, somewhere around there. But you got to get those drinks in. And if you get those drinks in, you're sacrificing Oki, even in the corner. So it doesn't seem like it's worth it sometimes to even get the drink in if you're putting yourself -1 in front of them after the Rekka. It's always been his biggest issue, and I don't think it's been solved since the last patch, so yeah, I still put him on the bottom side of things. Guile. So this actually will probably be the first S tier character I'll put. I don't think he's number 1. I think the only characters I'll put in order is the S tier characters, and maybe then even some of them. But as of right now, yeah, the first S tier character would be Guile, as I feel like he plays the drive meter game pretty well. So whether he's in burnout, it's okay because he's still gonna be chucking booms. If he's low on drive meter, it's okay, he's still gonna be chucking booms. And then if you jump, he'll be flash kicking you, right? He has the best fireball drive rush in the game. You know, checking his fireball drive rush, perfect pairing his fireball is extremely hard. So he doesn't have the conventional low forward drive rush cancel that other characters have, every other character on this list so far actually. But being able to control the meta in a different way with his fireball drive rush or just his booms in general, completely negating some game plans. Characters have to play around Guile more so than vice versa. So yeah, I definitely put him in that S tier. Kimberly's kind of hard because I definitely think the buffs helped her a decent amount, but is it enough? Her damage got better, but I think I'd still say on the B tier side. She doesn't have a low forward drive rush cancel. She doesn't have fireball drive rush. Some of the Street Fighter 6 meta stuff, she doesn't actually have access to. Her damage could be good. Her frame traps that she got buffed with, stand heavy punch into run into the kicks, whatever, that's pretty good. Although I was able to even figure out a timing where if you fuzzy jab her in time, you check her run if she does run stop. But if she does the run into kicks, you block it in time. So I don't know, just definitely counterplay to her. Her elbow drop, catching a lot of players or people or characters whiffing their DP and base their DP is pretty good too. But just the overall in terms of Street Fighter 6 meta, she's not playing that kind of game. So I give it a B tier. Juri. This is definitely fireball drive rush the character. And amazing at that. Definitely solid. Can't win all the fireball wars though, due to the fact that her fireball's on the ground. So even someone like Ryu may trade in some instances where he does fireball and Juri does fireball and they just trade whatever, she does have to stock up for it. And even like some EX fireballs may knock her back. So like, yeah, she loses the fireball war in some instances, in some matchups. Her normals are good. Some are pretty tough to whip punish, I'd say. Solid normals overall. Pretty good level 2. Some other characters have better level 2s. That's why I give her the 8 tier. Like, some characters can do what she does a little bit better. And like I said, her main gameplay is fireball, drive rush. So it could get a little bit still, but solid enough to be 8 tier. Dhalsim. Oof. This is because I want to put him above Jamie in B tier maybe. I might move him. So as of right now, I'll put him in B tier. Definitely similar in terms of Guile, how he controls the Street Fighter 6 like nonsense, but definitely not as well as Guile. I don't think, not even close. As he's poking you, like you have to play around Sim, right? But his limbs kind of go out there a lot, so like it could be somewhat easy to whip punish, like his stand and fierce, for example, into drive rush cancel, into whatever move you can to reach him. Fireball game is pretty decent. His teleports are kind of, they're an option, but like being able to jab check them in certain instances could be easy as well. So yeah, he could control the Street Fighter 6 stuff, but just not too well to the point where he could get overwhelmed. Also, his defense isn't the greatest, as you know, he has the jump back drill. He can punish counter you with it, but he won't get a calm off of it exactly. So the defense isn't there for him exactly. Not even a level 1 actually to survive a stand fierce into DI while he's on burnout. He can't level 1 that. He has to have level 2. So I gave him a B tier for now. I may move him though. Honda. This is also a character I may move. But I think, no. I think I've just put him in C tier straight up, whether it be before or after Jamie. It's really just, he has some decent buttons. Stand medium punch, a great button. But it just feels like it's a lot of special moves. Like his style, his gameplay overall with the butt slam and the headbutt, I feel like just got a lot of counterplay to it. And it's not just you got a perfect parry and that's it. Because, you know, you could also always just mess up the timing, especially on butt slam due to the different variations of butt slam he has. But even then, like putting yourself at certain ranges. Yeah, so I'd say for Honda, I'd say on the C tier side of things, he has a decent normal like stand medium punch. Forward heavy kick could be good, but it's -5, so he can get punished by a lot of characters trying to space it out. And you don't really get too much of it. It's just a good poke that hits low, right? His gameplay revolves around special moves, really. Butt slam, headbutt, which you could perfect parry, of course, or just even counterplay just in general to it. Putting yourself at the right range to where he can't cross you up with the butt slam, so you get the right angle to anti-air him every time, or even jump back button, right? So like there's a lot of counterplay to him, and he does lose a lot of matchups actually as well. So I put him on the C tier side. All right, Ken. Now this will be the next S tier character we get to, and he's definitely above Guile. Definitely like Street Fighter 6 in a nutshell. In terms of low forward drive rush cancel, drive rush in neutral, like drive rush jab, fireball drive rush, not the greatest actually fireball drive rush as other characters could be, but still decent enough to, especially EX fireball and drive rush, to win a fireball war and get a combo off of it. And take you to corner. He will always take you to the corner. Like no matter what the hit is, if it's a jab, he will take you to corner. If it's a perfect parry, he will take you to corner. Which corner he'll take you to, it's up to him. Like he could do the side switch, Dragon Lash, or just run Tatsu corner carry. Definitely one of the best characters in the game, I'd say still. Definitely in the top 5 range. Blanka definitely fell off since season 1. His nerfs definitely hit him. I'd probably put him around here, around this range. I say I'm not gonna really order them, but I feel like I kind of subconsciously ordering these characters. So it looks like, yeah, I think I put Blanka at this side on the higher end of B tier list. Yeah, I probably put him on the higher end of B tier. He still got some of his good stuff before even the nerfs. The jump back ball, they say they nerfed it to make it more minus, but it could still be plus in some instances. He has great defensive options with jump back ball. He has a DP. His buttons are still pretty good. Crouch medium punch did get nerfed, so it's easy to whip punish, but I feel like if you're getting whip punish, that's on you. But he doesn't have the fireball drive rush cancel or the low forward. He actually could low forward drive rush cancel, but his low forward isn't the greatest. His other buttons are like the forward heavy punch or the stand medium punch. Those are the ones that stick out the most. But yeah, I put him on the higher end of B tier. Deejay, I'd say he's still A tier. Definitely fell off from season 1, but still a solid A. In terms of his supers, I'd say are okay-ish. He doesn't have a level 1 super to counter a DI when he's in burnout, so there's that. And also his level 2 is actually pretty slow, so if you BD jab it in time, you could block it. Still amazing fireball game with EX fireball or the 2-hitter heavy fireball, the fake fireball, just drive rush. I mean drive rush jab, I didn't even get to that yet, but yeah, drive rush jab, that is the character. Good luck checking his drive rush. You really want to play close to make it easier for you to check his drive rush, but then you're in the range of his buttons like heavy kick or crouch fierce, so he does have some some decent buttons. Some characters have better buttons, I say, but decent buttons enough for him. But yeah, his main game plan being, yo, can you check my drive rush today or not? Yeah, that's a that's a great game plan in itself. So yeah, solid A tier. Manon, a little bit tricky because I definitely don't think higher end of C or lower end of B. Is she better than Dhalsim? Yes. So I think I want to say like this side. The thing is like I'm putting a lot of characters in C tier, right? But even then, like I feel like every character can do well in this game. Yes, there are some meta characters up here, but I mean we've seen it before. Some of these characters have been these characters on the upper end, but it'd just be a bit tougher for you. But yeah, Manon being a C tier definitely does not play the Street Fighter 6 game. Does not has probably the worst drive rush in the game. Yeah, I'd say so actually. The worst drive rush in the game. Like no distance to it, no range to it, very slow. Does have amazing buttons though. That she has going for her. Amazing buttons where she can use the poke, stand medium punch, stand heavy kick, crouch medium punch, and they're really hard to whip punish at that. So she has decent neutral in that regard. Everything else though, oh man, check and drive rush could be a kind of good with her mediums, but dealing with the all the other characters nonsense, the low forward drive rushes, the fireball drive rushes. Yeah, it's gonna be a tough time for Manon. So I'd say a C tier for her. All right, Marisa. I guess I was thinking I was gonna go into this not using the D tier slot, but I guess if there was gonna be a character, it actually would be her. I still think what I said about any character could be any character. Obviously, it's just gonna be tougher for you. But she's there ever since her nerfs from the season 1. She lost some Zangief off command grabs. She lost her Oki off level 3. She does have a lot of struggle matchups, I'd say. And she probably had those struggle matchups in season 1. It's just that her having Oki after her level 3 or CA and to guarantee checkmate was her her savior. Like you could wake up level 3, it hits, and then you just won. Because you have Oki afterwards, you could just DI afterwards and you just won from there. It doesn't matter the matchup. Not so much in this case. All her special moves, her Gladius, Calusa lows. A lot of characters even added into this into season 2 or end of season 1 can deal with her pretty well. Like even an Ed's stay mean kick, I believe, or what's it called, flicker, beats her armor because it hits on the lower side. A lot of characters stand light kicks to beat her armor because it hits on the lower side. Great damage still. It's still great damage. So if she does block a DP, she will hurt you. But getting the hits in neutral, it's a little bit more of a struggle for her than any other character. JP. This may be a little I don't know if this is controversial to y'all, but I actually think I put him in S tier. Not in top 3. We'll get to more characters, but I put him in the S tier. There was at the beginning of season 2 where he got heavily nerfed, especially with his anti-air and everything, but they reverted that back. I still think he's S tier due to his sequences that he's had since the game launched, right? So they nerfed his amnesia, so they're not willing to do it as much, but it's still pretty good in the fact that you don't do as much damage as JP with amnesia, but you are setting up for your whole sequence. You do amnesia, they try to grab you, you punish them by throwing them or whatever, side switch, summon EX portals until you have to guess. You have to take my throw into 30-40% into another guess, into another EX portal guess. So a lot of sequence that he could do. Crouch medium punch probably being the best drive rush check in the game, I'd say. Pretty decent drive rush, pretty good normals in general, pretty solid zoning. Even the fake out ghost is pretty good. Like a lot of mind games you could do with that, where I would try to react to you throwing a ghost out, fighting JP, and then it's a fake ghost, but I already jumped, think it was a real one, and then they anti-air me. So yeah, there's a lot of mind games, a lot of sequence. If he does get a hit on you, even if you're perfect parries, it doesn't matter about the damage, he's gonna get the sequence off if he does get the initial hit on you, especially in the corner. So I think he's a solid S tier, although he does have some bad matches. I believe Akuma, Cammy probably beats him, so that's why I would put him on the lower side of S tier. Speaking of which, Cammy. Cammy. It'd be higher A. For now, I'm gonna put her on S. She'd probably be on the lower side of S. There's gonna be a lot of S tier characters, I think, actually, as well. Just safe approach in general. Her game plan is always just super safe, super solid. It's really hard to whip punish some of her normals, like a stand medium kick. Her crouch medium punch got easier to whip punish, so there's that. Although it could be a little bit difficult still, but easier than before. Extremely solid normals. Dive kick game, especially the punish counter, being able to get a dive kick punish counter, or sometimes counter hit, you get the combo off of it. Even EX dive kick, so her doing her defense being really good, being able to wake up DP, or if she expects you to grab her, she'll just jump EX dive kick. Amazing defense, amazing neutral, pretty safe offense, I'd say, with even her stand jab being great as a neutral tool. Solid anti-airs, a DP, just very solid in general. And can control the Street Fighter 6 nonsense more so than other characters, as Crouch Medium Punch is a really great drive rush check as well. I'll put more characters in S tier, but I think she'll be on the end of S tier. Lily, man, where would she be? Yeah, I think I'll put her in D tier actually, along with Marisa, and these might be the only 2 characters there. Look at the rest of the characters. She's definitely not playing Street Fighter 6 at all. She got great pokes, I'll say that, like a stand medium punch, and I believe a crouch fierce is what it is, and being able to hit confirm it. But her drive rush is not great. It's almost like Manon's actually. No, I wouldn't say almost Manon's, but it's definitely not the greatest. She does have like one unique great tool, which is Condor Spire, but she does have to stock up for it. And it's like, there's another character we'll get to, like if you have, I think it's very similar to Condor Spire, but just like 10 times greater. So like if that's like her only attribute, I can't see her being that great. Her damage is still kind of They buffed her supers a little bit. Her level 1 super is faster, but even then, it's okay. Some are just okay. So I put her in D tier along with Marisa. Zangief, I put a solid, I don't think S tier anymore. They definitely nerfed him a bit since the last patch. So I think I'll put him in A tier for now. I might move him up. A tier for now. He's actually not playing the Street Fighter 6 game, but he actually controls it well too. So in a different way, well, actually, no, I kind of take that back because his drive rush is pretty good. Not the fact that his drive rush is fast or like goes like full screen, but his drive rush with whatever normal he's using, like medium punch or stand fierce, extremely hard to check due to the fact that his hurt box extends backwards a bit. Like his hurt box is so hard to check because when he presses stand medium punch, he throws that normal out there and then his hurt box retracts. So being able to check those drive rushes is a challenge in itself. And even if he does drive rush stand fierce and he's gonna have armor along with it, yeah, good luck checking that. So yeah, just great normals overall, just in neutral and general. His anti-airs are Lariat could get stuff pretty often. I know how that is as the Rashid player, so I understand. But being able to control the Street Fighter 6 gameplay, I think the Street Fighter 6 meta in his own way and enforcing it in his own way, like I said with drive rush, stand medium punch for example, I think it makes him on the A tier side. All right, so the boy Rashid, I mean, I'm not gonna downplay or anything. I stay truthful, a solid, extremely solid S tier character. Top 3. For sure. You know, level 2 being the easiest, the dead giveaway on why he's S tier, and being able to use sometimes 2 level 2s in a round. So there's so much you could do with that, whether it be mix up, whether it be burning out, which actually I think I prioritize burning people out when it comes to level 2. Right, and just a unique fireball game. You're not your traditional like Hadouken, maybe drive rush behind it, which you could do as Rashid with like if you charge up the fireball enough, you play a lot of mind games there. People like you can get people to think that you're gonna only throw like a single hitting fireball, so then they try to parry it, and then that's when you charge up your fireball. So then they try to parry that, but then they realize, oh dang, he's charging it up all the way. So now they have to take some pressure. They have to take some mix with you drive rushing behind it or just dashing up behind it actually. EX Fireball I think is extremely cheap too. I actually don't think enough people talk about that, as you can get some confirms off of it, mid-screen and neutral. That EX Fireball comes out pretty fast. So like sometimes I felt like I've traded with my opponents before. Like to throw out a medium kick and I throw out my EX Fireball and they get knocked down because my EX Fireball still comes out. And the knockdowns are my favorite because I'm getting open. The anti-airs are still like crouch medium punch, trash anti-air, heavy mixer. It could lose sometimes. I won't say completely trash because it hits both sides and it's still pretty solid anti-air when it hits, but it gotta hit. And some of these characters can stuff it like a Ken jump fierce, or even EX mixer when it's enhanced. You know, it corner carries you a lot. So extremely great S tier character. Aki, I am actually putting also on the S tier list. I don't know if that's a hot take or not, but she does have some bad matchup like in Akuma, I'd say. So like her anti-airs could lose in that regard. Although all her anti-airs got buffed, so she gets some great damage off her anti-airs, especially like that, I believe her sweep, the crouch heavy kick. If that plunge counter, she gets great damage off that. I mean, just her damage overall is too good. If she has the poison on you, if you jump when you're poisoned, if you get hit when you're poisoned, she'll get the poison in some way. You don't even have to get hit. It's not like a Bison bomb where he has to hit you to get the bomb off. Like all that you could just do is put the puddle in front of you, and as long as you walk over it, you'll get poisoned. And if you get hit, yeah, you're just gonna die. So okay, normals is a thing. Amazing fireball drive rush. If she does EX fireball even up close, she will get that fireball drive rush. Like some characters, like they can't do the fireball drive rush up close because by the time you do the drive rush, your opponent's out of block stun from the fireball, right? But hers has a lot of block stun to it. It's 2 hits, and like the block stun is like spread out, so even up close she'll get that fireball drive rush pressure. Great character. I'd say on the S tier side. Ed, dang, you know what? He got some nerfs, but I still put him in S tier. You see what I mean when I said there's a lot of S tier characters here? Ed got some great normals, amazing normals at that actually, like a stand medium kick. Yeah, crouch heavy kick I believe it is, the button that lunges forward a bit. Stand fierce, all great normals to use in neutral. His defense is kind of lacking, I'd say, in terms of his DP. He does have a DP, but it is slow. You can meaty jab it in time and block it still, or even his level 1 is pretty slow. Also being able to meaty jab it and block it in time. He does have some good anti-airs, not the greatest, but like his DP is a DP, but again, it's also pretty slow. So he's a little bit lacking in that regard, but his level 2 combos are just insane still. He still does great damage. He does corner carry you from these level 2 combos, along with doing that kind of great damage. So as long as you have that, man, I don't know, it's too hard for him not to be an S tier, so I'll put him there. Akuma, also a part of the top 3 casts, I say, so we're putting him up there. I think he's the best shoulder right now with the kind of damage he does. Yes, he does have the lowest health in the game, but the way he hits you, he making you feel like you have the lowest health in the game too, yo. The way he hits you is gonna deal a lot of damage. Just all these shoulders in general, besides Luke, have great stand heavy punches, which is also another reason why I put Luke on the lower side out of all the shoulders. All great stand heavy punches, like -2 or -3, I believe. Being able to hit confirm into great damage. Being able to play mind games in the air with his demon flips or his jump dive kick. Being able to stuff a lot of anti-airs, even Rashid's heavy mixer. So he's able to play that mind game. His fireball is extremely fast, so being able to mix up between light fireball and heavy fireball, too good, too good. His drive rush isn't that great, is the thing. Like, he's a little bit lacking with the drive rush button. But even if he does something like EX fireball and he catches you in a fireball game when you're throwing a single fireball, he's able to convert it like almost every time with drive rush heavy kick, for example. And he's gonna corner carry you. So one of the best characters, top 3 for sure. And another top 3 character, definitely Bison, right here. So I actually don't have an order for these 3 characters. Like I said, I think they're all top 3, but whatever order it is, any given day, bro, you could say this character is the best, and then the next day this character is the best because they're showing out. I mean, just Bison with the kind of damage he can do when he has the bomb on you. If he blocks the DP with the bomb on you, or if he gets that shimmy with the bomb on you, you know, he will do like 60%, almost 70% kind of damage. So what, you want to take the throw? You gotta take the 2 throws every time you have the bomb on you? I mean, yeah, that's gonna deal a lot of damage too. And just great normals overall. Stand heavy punch being +1 on block, although I feel like the top players have been pretty good at preparing that, so there is some counterplay to it. But even something like stand medium kick is pretty good. Amazing drive rush, being able to go full screen with the kind of speed that his drive rush has is a great tool. So drive rush, jab being good for him. Also has low forward drive rush, so just all the tools that you want in a Street Fighter 6 character he does have, and then some, because of him being able to place a bomb on you every time he gets a hit. As long as his anti-airs are okay. Crouch fierce is pretty slow, but if he does get the counter hit on you with crouch fierce, he can go into bomb once again, or air airs. Definitely a top 3 character. Terry, I think highly of Terry nowadays. Dang, we just have so many characters in S tier. Yeah, I mean, I think he is up there. Okay, normals, I'd say. Not he doesn't have a heavy punch. He's almost a Shoto, right? He doesn't have a heavy punch like Akuma, Ken, or Ryu does, but it's still +1. They recently made it +1 on block in the latest patch. It's a great pressure tool. It takes a lot of drive gauge out of you. It can hit confirm it as well into great damage. He just has amazing damage overall. Especially if you have 3 bars of super meter and he gets the hit on you, he wants to spend it on level 2, use the drive meter extension, and then the extra bar of super meter to get loads of damage on you. He does have that going for him. Decent fireball. He can play mind games with the fireball a little bit. It kind of suffers the same way as Juri since it hits the ground, so some characters can win the fireball war against him. Or even something like Rashid actually can like hop over it. A lot of characters actually can hop over it. But like even someone like Rashid could medium eagle spike over it, for example, right? So the fireball, decent, but lacking in some ways. So I give him the S tier slot still. All right. Dang, I don't know if I want to move some characters actually. I feel like I just have too many characters in S tier. I think I'm gonna move some characters actually, y'all, because this is gonna be a hot take for me. Oh man, but who do I move? Cammy in A tier, Terry in A tier, whatever order, Aki in A tier. I don't know if I'd say I have this tier list in order exactly, but I do think the top 3 here is top 3, but whatever order you want to pick. But I'd say S tier, but I don't know. I'd still say other characters would be more in contention in the top 5 slot than her. So I mean, yeah, she's like the talk of the town at the end of season 2, right? Due to EX fan being the biggest issue. Like I was talking about earlier, with Lily have like that one special move, that one EX move that does a lot for her. But like if you want something like that, then just pick Mai. EX fan is so much better. It will bounce off of you, so she gets like 2 chances of getting pressure. Great normals, not like the best normals, but like more than good, right? So her stand medium punch being able to hit confirm and very hard to whip punish actually is pretty good in that regard. Her stand heavy kick doesn't have as much recovery as you think. I feel like you try to whip punish it and then she recovers faster than you would think, and you miss the whip punish. She has a DP, although it doesn't go that far actually, so you can get empty jumps on her if you like. If her supers are pretty good, obviously the stocked up versions of all her fans are too good to miss out on. And her level 2, if she is stocked up, will go through your whatever fireball you're throwing out, and she'll get a combo on you, a follow-up if it's in the corner. So S tier, but in the top 5 range, it's hard for me to say that. You know what? I'll order top 5. How about that? So this is gonna be my top 5. I think Rashid's better than Akuma. I think like maybe Bison is probably the best in the game. Again though, like it's like any given day, like who you put in the top 3. But this is top 3 for sure, and then this is 4. I think Ken's number 4, and then like Ed's number 5, and then the rest, S tier, A tier, B tier, all that. There's no order exactly, but they're in that range, I'd say. So yeah, I think this is my tier list for the end of season 2, on the last day of season 2. So it's an interesting list. I also wanted to list like my wish list for season 3, as I definitely have some, not even just for my characters, but just for the meta in general. Like definitely due to the gas leaks that we heard and some Elena footage that we saw, it looks like perfect parry got nerfed in some ways where it's harder for you to get a perfect parry screen freeze. I think that's great for the game, as in like you probably do like a left right or a high low mix up, but then you just tap parry, get the screen freeze, and your mix up's completely negated. So like I'm not a fan of that. I think it's cool to have some mix in the game and not just be negated by a single button press like perfect parry. So being able to have to high low block on your perfect parry attempts, yeah, I think it's a great change. I would like for drivers to be a punish counter state if you were to check it, and a larger hurt box, making it easier to check. Actually, I think people mostly think, so I mean, I talked about it a lot actually, when it comes to anti-airs, like Rashid's heavy mixer, I would like to be buffed. But I actually want every anti-air to be buffed, bro. I don't just want Rashid's heavy mixer to be buffed or EX mixer to be buffed in terms of properly working. I've seen DPs like trade with normal sometimes. I've seen a lot of like even Guile's crouch heavy punch get beaten out. The only, I feel like JP's doesn't get beat out. I don't think I've ever seen JP's get beat out. Like everybody's like anti-airs needs to like function like that. Like I don't think anti-airs should be losing like that. If you jump and you're able to perform like 40% off a jump in, I feel like my anti-air should work if I'm on point to do the anti-air. So it's not even just a Rashid heavy mixer thing. It's all anti-airs need to get buffed, in my opinion. I think that does it for my season 2 tier list and my wish list for season 3. So hope you all enjoy that.